Big dog. What's up, people? How you doing? This is Erik T. Jackson back with another episode of Talking Shop. I'm here with a good friend of mine, my man. Uh, he has been through the ringer and he's back on top. And he's got a great story for you guys, and I wanted to talk to him about that. Cedric Boyd, how you doing, brother?
Oh man, I'm doing good. How about you, man?
Hey, I'm great, man.
Yeah.
So, so let's jump right into it, man. Uh, so we're gonna talk about uh you and the stint uh you spent in prison,
Yeah.
okay? And so, you've been my brother for way before you did this bid. So, but I have to be honest, man. I don't even know what it was for, man. So, can you tell everybody? So, what did you go to prison for?
I went to prison for aggravated robbery case at the
Okay,
age of 19. I committed the robbery when I was 18, but went to prison when I was 19.
okay. And so, for those people that don't know, aggravated robbery means that you
I
you
committed I committed a robbery with a gun.
with a gun. Absolutely, good deal. Uh, so my question is, was this a one-off? Was this just a mistake, or had you been going down the wrong path for a while?
It really became like a caught up in the street life and stuff like that, and it was just a hustle.
Okay.
It was a hustle for me, and it was a way to make quick money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And of course, it was the wrong choice.
Yeah, and probably all the ones that maybe you had done before then were the wrong choice too. But I no, I get it, man. It becomes a way of life, and you don't know until it's too late. So now I let my girl throw her little question in there, man. So I'm gonna ask you this, but it's coming from my girl.
Right.
So, was there anything in your childhood that happened to you that you believe was a catalyst to putting you on that path? It's a good question, but it's from her,
It,
not
it,
from me.
that's a great question. And,
Hmm.
and really, to be honest with you, you know how I was raised.
I told her that. Yeah, absolutely.
And it really was, man. I had some great role models with my
Hmm.
grandfathers, both my grandfathers in my life and stuff like that.
Yep.
It, uh, as I got older, I just developed a type of mentality that it became self-destructive.
Yeah, I get that.
You feel like that the only way you're gonna have something if you do something the illegal way.
Somebody else. Yeah, yeah. If you take something, yeah, I get you,
Yeah.
man.
And
Yeah,
I can't say I had nothing really just bad happen to me and stuff like that.
yeah,
Never been molested or nothing like that. Nothing that just, what I'm saying,
yeah, yeah.
head or nothing. It was just like I said, I just got caught up in the streets, man,
Uh-huh.
and living that street life and made
Yeah,
some bad.
absolutely, absolutely. Bad choices. Uh, okay, so take me to the courtroom. Let's start there. They sentenced you to was it 25 years?
50 years.
Wow. So they sentenced you to 50 years. All right, so I have a homeboy in the music industry who you may or may not know, but he was sentenced to 45 years.
Yeah.
And we thought he was getting 5 years to probation. The brother got 45 years. So you can imagine the mouths that dropped. So when that judge said 50, were you did your lawyers prepare you for 50 years?
No, like they had already offered me like 25, but I didn't accept the deal.
So
So
okay.
when the judge actually sentenced me to 50 years, it was a shock to me because I thought the judge was gonna give me less than the 25. 25 years was only what the DA was offering.
Yeah.
Because my case, it involved a weapon But I was with somebody that had the gun and stuff like that, and like really like accessory to rob.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Then one got hurt.
Who got hurt?
No one got hurt in the offense in the
Okay.
crime.
Yeah. That
So I'm
makes it better.
5 years. That's too much for me to cop out to.
Yeah.
So when I was sentenced to 50 years, man, in my mind, I'm saying like I know the judge said 15. He didn't say 50. He said 15.
Yeah.
And my knees buckled, man. My
Woo.
knees buckled. It's like I got punched like by Mike Tyson.
Wow.
Mike Tyson blow buckled my knees. It was just that devastating.
Yeah. And
And
you were
you know,
19 at the time.
19.
Your whole life flashed before your eyes.
Man, it did. And I really thought it was over with. I was like, damn, man, this how it's gonna end right here.
So
You
so how was it so I don't know who was in the court with you. So let's talk about your people,
know,
because I know your people. So how did it affect them?
oh man, that was devastating.
Yeah.
Couldn't nobody believe it. It was like, everybody was just in a state of shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even my lawyer was in a state of shock.
So was your lawyer like, man, we gonna kill it on appeal?
Yeah, yeah. He said, man, I got you on appeal, man. We're gonna get this back, man. We're gonna give it back to him. He
Yeah.
said, I appeal. But that never materialized into anything. I ended up having to do the 25 and make a parole. Because when you get sentenced to aggravated sentence, you got to do half of the sentence that you sentenced to.
Okay.
Like sentenced to 25 years, you got to do 12 and a half before the eligibility, for the possibility of being eligible for parole.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I had to do half of that 50 before the possibility of parole.
And then that parole was not even guaranteed.
Nah, it's not. It's
Yeah.
it's like your life is in the balance of people that gotta judge you by a piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't know you. They don't know you personally or nothing like that. They just judge by what's on the paper.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't know your heart. They don't know your intentions. They don't know your family background.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They don't know the changes that you made for the better. They
Yeah.
don't. They just don't know. They don't know you probably not the same person that you was when you committed these crimes, anything like that. Yet
Yeah.
they making a decision on your life, man.
So did you have again? You and I grew up together, but like when I went off to college and you guys moved to Dallas, we sort of didn't communicate as much. So did you have a significant other at that point? Did you have any
Yeah.
kids?
I didn't have any kids, but I had a significant other, and she was there for me. And matter of
Okay.
fact, we together right now, my high school sweetheart. After
Wow.
all this time, man, we still together.
That's love.
Gonna walk through the door in a minute for work.
Hey, I want to meet her, man. That's black
Yeah,
love right there, bro.
it's true love.
True love.
True love is something that they don't never die, man. No matter
Yeah,
what happens,
absolutely.
it's gonna sustain this test of time.
Yes, sir. Now, was this high school? So did you go to high school in Marshall or did y'all move away before you made it to high
Yeah,
school in Marshall?
high school in Dallas. We
Okay.
moved to high school.
Yeah. Okay. So
So I met her at a school up here at North Garland. And,
okay. Shout out to
and,
North Garland, baby.
and right now we stay right down the street from the high school that we met at.
That's awesome. That is so cool, bro. So let's get back to it, man.
Yeah.
So when did you sort of realize, damn, I'm in prison? Like, was it when you got off the bus, or how did they take you to prison right out of the court?
Nah, like when you sentence, you get the prison has like 45 days to come pick you up from the county. So you can leave anywhere within 45 days after you actually sentenced.
Okay.
But after I got sentenced, I went back to the holding tank in the county. Man, I cried like a baby, man. You know, it was like, man, my life is over.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Cried, and when I actually went to prison, you know, when people in the county they hear about you finna go to prison, they start because people in the county they have been to prison before and stuff like that a lot.
Uh-huh.
So they try to tell you what to expect when you
Oh,
get
man.
how to prepare yourself and stuff like that. And they say,
Yeah.
man, first dude to come up to you, just hit him in the mouth or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I started working now, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a small guy.
Uh-huh.
So I started working out, started trying to get my weight up a little bit, try to mentally and physically prepare myself for what I'm finna be faced with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So were you with somebody else that committed the aggravated robbery?
Yeah, I would associate.
So I mean that associate, y'all got the same amount of time?
Nah, he never was charged with it because, you know, in the streets, it's like this that if you commit a crime with somebody, they get away, you get caught, hey, that's your case.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
Okay, so he never got caught.
Nah, but he ended up going to prison though for a whole nother case, but not for this one though.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you in the streets, it's gonna catch up to you eventually.
Yeah.
Yep. So take me through your first night, bro, in prison. Your first
Uh,
night. How scared were you at that point? Or had you already consolidated in your mind and worked out enough that you was prepared for it?
yeah, like when I got off the bus, man, you know, they strip you down and stuff like that. And I was already saying to myself, man, I hope one of these dudes don't come to me sideways or nothing like that because I ain't trying to hurt nothing. I already got a lot of anger,
Yeah.
frustration built up in me because of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really ready to lash out on somebody. I'm really, you know, ready to take it out on somebody. They don't know I got a monster trapped inside of me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
already, yeah.
Ready to unleash. But anyway, you know, I couldn't say I was really scared,
Okay.
but I was apprehensive because I didn't know what to expect.
There you go. Cause you hear a lot of stories, man. You don't know
Yeah,
which one you're gonna be a part of.
yeah, and then you can't come in there like with any fear, nothing like that, because that's when they really gonna take advantage of you. They see the
Uh-huh.
type of fear of weakness, they gonna take advantage of it, of
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Uh, you got people that prey on weak people, man, in prison. That's how they survive in there, preying on weak people.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I know I've heard those type of things as well, man. So, so your first night, man, what'd you do?
My first night, like, well, let me take you through the day first.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, okay, like they got these little games they play. The inmates, like, when you get there, they want to see what type of mentality you have.
Oh, okay.
So you know they let you go to commissary and stuff like that. Your first day, as soon as you get off the bus, almost you go to the wing and then you go to commissary.
Uh-huh.
So you got the day room is right by the right by the living area. The day room is where all the inmates come to and watch TV, play dominoes, play chess, or
Yeah.
whatever, or just congregate with each other.
Yeah.
So I walked by the day room and one of the dudes asked, say, look out, little dog, buy me ice cream. I just looked at it. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, like, man, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's a weird request. Ice cream.
yeah, but it's the reason why they do that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get to that reason why they do that. So anyway, once I got back from commissary and whatnot, the guy asked, hey, little dog, you get that ice cream? I said, nah, man, I didn't buy myself no ice cream.
Right?
When you put your stuff up there, I want to look at you in the day room. See, look at you mean
Hand,
want to
yeah,
look. Yeah,
square up with you. Okay.
so,
Did you know that at that point? That's what he
yeah,
meant? Okay.
yeah. Because I kind of knew I was familiar with lingo like that. You
Okay.
know, with all the prison lingo, but you know what I'm saying, they were using that type of lingo in the county and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so anyway, once I put myself up, I went back to the day room. And the dude say, man, why you didn't get my ice cream? I say, man, I didn't buy myself no ice cream. Plus, I don't even know you like that.
Yeah.
I said, but it don't matter. Why you didn't get it? Then say anyway, where you from anyway? Because they always want to know where you from
Uh-huh.
before anything happens. Because if you might be somebody from their area or something, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. Uh-huh.
Stuff like that stick together, like East Texas stick together,
Yeah.
Dallas stick together, East Dallas, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. They stick together and roll together. Here
Yeah.
go my wife. She just walked through the door.
Okay.
Come here.
There
Hey,
she is. What's up, baby?
hey, how are you?
I am great. I'm glad to see you sticking by this brother right here, man. It's a good brother.
Good, already.
Already. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah, but anyway, so the dude, I said, man, I'm out of I'm from Marshall, but I fell out of Dallas. He said, oh, you from East Texas then. So he called somebody from East Texas because somebody from your area, that's who gonna check you in or whatever, you know what I'm saying, gonna see where you're.
Okay. Yeah.
So he called this dude. I ain't gonna say no names, but he
For
called the
sure.
dude. Called him, man, damn, man, you look like so and so. Before he said this, they was like, man, you look like so and so because ironically, my brother was over there.
Keith?
I went to Beto, yeah.
Okay.
And the same wing that I went to, he had just left like a month before that.
Wow.
So the dude from East Texas, he know him. So he's like, damn, man, you look just like so and so, so and so. Like, yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He said, man, anyway, you already know what it is, though. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, get your
Yeah. Yeah.
break, see if you're gonna, just be a man or whatever. Because anybody that don't want to fight, if they see you ain't gonna fight for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna take your commissary, you're gonna be paying for protection from somebody.
Yeah.
Might be somebody's girlfriend.
Oh,
Ain't no,
wow. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
When they see that you ain't gonna stand up for yourself, you ain't gonna fight for yourself. You just
So it's prison. So what kind of guys aren't gonna stand up for themselves?
oh man, you'll be surprised.
Uh-huh.
You'll be surprised how dudes is without no protection.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I ain't that type of dude, but I got it. I
Yeah.
get it.
And then you got some people in prison just not built like that, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
because there ain't no gangster or no street dudes.
Right. Right.
They come from all walks of life and stuff like that. So
So
they
was- so was
you got
this dude that was trying to throw down with you? Was he like swole? Was he prison swole? Was he a big dude?
now, but see, this how they do it. They don't just overmatch you. They're gonna match you up with somebody that like in your size range and stuff
Oh,
like that.
okay.
They
Okay.
ain't gonna throw no anybody at you. They ain't gonna throw nobody out there to just mollywop you now,
Yeah.
So I got messed up with this little dude, and then we got it in, and I can't say I got the best of him. We got the best of me because I'm fighting like I don't know if they're gonna try to click on me or what. If they're gonna try to jump,
Exactly. Yeah.
but I stood in there, and then you gain respect just from that.
Okay.
Just from that, and then you got dudes scoping out, see if you got something or not. See how hard you hit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, so they like shit. Man, don't mess with that little dude right there. That little
Yeah.
dude.
Already. Yeah. No, that's cool, man. So that's then what happened after that?
So then, you're gonna be assigned a job, and The first job you're gonna have in prison is like working in the whole squad. We call it the fields. That's really like a form of modern day slavery. You're gonna be in a field lined up with aggies, which is really holes, hitting the ground while somebody's singing out Kates. While you got a dude on a horse with a shotgun.
So it's just like the movies.
Just like the movie. You remember that movie Life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was in like the 1920s and 30s. They still do that shit?
Man, that's why I say it's like modern day slavery.
Damn. Do they pay you for your job?
Hell no. Nah. You don't get paid. Hey, you go work. You go work. So you ain't finna get paid. You go work.
So I've heard stories of people getting like $2 an hour and shit like that. Is that not true?
No, like say for instance, they got some prison that got like work programs.
Okay.
Where TDC have taken out a contract with a manufacturing that producing some type of product.
Yeah.
And then if they got inmates working in that factory and whatnot, then they will pay them incentive.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I got that.
But they don't go. That ain't for all the prisons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So let me ask you this. So how angry were you, and who were you angry with when you got to prison, man? Like were you angry at yourself, at the judge, at your boy? Who were you angry at?
Everybody.
Okay.
And then what's so crazy about it, you really don't know who to be mad at. So just know that, damn, man, I'm in a messed up situation right now. Your mind, man, I'm talking about it was like I was really like a madman, insane for like 4 years. My first 4 years, I didn't do nothing but fight and just get in trouble, man. That was it.
Wow.
Because I was just so angry and I used to lash.
So even after you fought that first day, I guess people still come in and try to check you, and they just want to fight just to fight. I mean, why was you fighting?
Got dudes like that.
They
just because they ain't got nothing else to do.
Ain't nothing else to do.
or they ain't got enough sense to do nothing else.
Yeah. Or they done worked out so much. They want to see how strong they done got.
And, you know, it took me a minute just to get a grip on myself, man. Get a grip on my mind.
That's my thing. So when did you stop being angry?
Really, this is another story. Like I said, I was getting in so much trouble. I always say, like on the lowest level, you know, they got different levels in prison.
Yep.
They got a level like 1 and stuff like that where you can be in general population, but if you get your level dropped up under 1, you go to like medium custody. That's a different custody level.
Okay.
Where you get like 4 or 5 hours a day room time.
Oh, okay.
I end up going to a level 3. That's the lowest level you can get. And I was only getting 2 hours out the cell a day. And that really gave me a lot of time to myself.
Okay.
And, you know, it was so much stuff going down there. We stayed on lockdown a lot. On lockdown, you don't come out your cell, period.
Wow.
You come out your cell probably like every other day for a shower.
Damn.
The day in between, you locked up the whole 24 hours in that cell.
Wow. No shower, no nothing.
Rod breakout or something like that, they'll lock the wing down.
Yeah.
But anyway, one day I'm sitting in my cell, man. We're on lockdown. I'm hungry. I'm like, damn. And then in the junk, they give us like for dinner and lunch and stuff like that, they give you a junk with 2 sandwiches in there. A peanut butter sandwich and like a bologna sandwich. And it might have a little drop of peanut butter on there or something. You know what I'm saying? And we've been on lockdown for about a week.
Wow.
So I'm mad. So the officer passed by the cells. He passed out the Johnnies and stuff. He passed the Johnny to me, and I look at it. I threw it back in.
You were mad about.
Yeah, I threw it back in. Get this. I don't want this. Know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he picked up, threw it back in the cell. I'm trying to spit on the man, everything. I'm on the board, spit on him, cussing him out, all for nothing. He ain't did nothing to me, man. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I
Yeah.
give him my Johnny, whatever. So he walked off. And when he walked down a few cells, and then he came back. He just looked in there at me. I'm sitting on the bed. I'm still huffing and puffing. I looked at him, and then he just shook his head and walked off. But that was like a epitome for me, man, because it made me realize something. I was like, damn, man, these folks got me caged up like a freaking animal.
Yeah.
But then I realized something at that moment.
Uh-huh.
I'm caged up like an animal because I'm acting like an animal.
Yeah.
Look how
Absolutely. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
dude behind the cage.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta get myself together, man.
Yeah.
I gotta do something, man. I gotta get myself together. So I wrote down a list, everything. I was like, man, it's a lot of things that I can't do, but it's things that I can do while I'm hurt.
Yeah.
So when you focus on the things in prison that you can't do, that type of things that frustrate you and stuff like that. But if you concentrate on things that you can do, like especially working on yourself. So I realized the things that I could do, like go to college, get in a trade, get type of faith-based program or something like that.
Yeah.
Anything that was productive, take advantage of the resources that was available to me there.
Yep.
Instead of lash out my anger on people.
Right.
So that moment, when I lashed out like that, man, I realized that, man, I went down to like a animal mentality, man.
So how long had that been when you did that?
That had been like 4 years.
Okay.
That was way, you know what I'm saying, that was down the line.
Yeah. Wow.
That's how long I was stuck in that type of mentality, though.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure you know, it felt like it wasn't even that long because, you know, when you're in a situation like that, you really don't have a sense of time.
Nah, man. It's like all the days string together.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day is the same.
It's like 51st dates. Absolutely. Every day is the same. So that right there, because that was my next one, that right there, if I wonder if that had never happened, if you'd actually made the connection that you're being treated like an animal because you are an animal. You know, God working mysterious ways, man. Just right there at that second, that officer giving you that, you know, that food. That Johnny, is that what it's called? Yeah. It made you have an epiphany, bro. That ultimately I you know, sent you on the you know, a different path. So this is my question, and I guess you started to answer it. So I figure you really you can't really come up with a plan until you accept where you are. So once you accepted that you were going to be there, you know, that was your plan of action to write down everything you could do.
Yeah, that's why I want to rephrase that. See, before you can write a plan, you gotta understand who you are
already.
Because when you understand who you are, you understand your limitations and your abilities.
Right.
So you can better take advantage of them. So I had to realize I had to be honest with myself at that moment.
And that's tough. That's the toughest thing to do.
But I realized Even though I had a GED, I wasn't that educated.
Okay. So
Uh,
so when did you get your GED? Did you get it in prison or before?
I got my GED way before I went to prison.
Okay.
But that's not saying anything, You know what I'm saying? I still realize that, hey man, I need to educate myself more
Yeah.
while I'm here.
Yep.
Uh, I need to get in tune with who I really am and who I want to be, man, and start trying to go down that path and make a plan to do that. But if never be honest with themselves, then I don't care what kind of plan they make. They
Absolutely.
probably not gonna materialize.
Right. Right. Absolutely. It starts with being honest with yourself, bro. So let me ask you this, man. Uh, was anybody positive in prison? I mean, could
Okay,
could you count on anyone or lean on anyone? I mean,
yeah, you got some positive brothers down there. I'm not gonna lie.
okay,
But on a wing, you probably have 150 people.
okay,
Out of 150 people, you might have two or three people that's really there trying to better themselves.
wow, wow, that's
Real. I'm talking about you surrounded by negativity.
the whole, yeah, yeah. So how can you be positive in a place that's full of negativity? I mean, I just imagine it's got to be the toughest thing ever. But if there's a couple of people there, that is that what you do? Did you lean on those couple of people or
At times,
okay?
that's people that you build with,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But a lot of times, you got to be in the mentality where that you're not gonna let the environment dictate you. You got to dictate your environment,
Already.
and then
Already.
you can be somewhere but not involved with what's happening there.
Yeah,
You understand? There's a lot of stuff going on, but you don't have to involve yourself with what's going on.
for
You can
sure.
involve yourself with something else, even if it's not the popular thing to do or the cool thing to do or the G thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, you got to do what's best for you.
Yep. Yep. So when you're there, but to me it seems like it's so much that's out of your control. Like, you know, what are the things that are out of your control that you sort of were fearful of happening to you?
Oh, you have dudes that doing all types. All right, let me paint a picture right quick. You have racial tension there too. Like prison is a segregated place.
Yeah.
So you have blacks hang with blacks, Mexican hang with Mexican, whites hang with whites.
And no Asians in prison.
And when inside those groups, you have subsections.
Okay.
You have Bloods, Crips, Black. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You got little divisions within the Black and all that, and
yeah,
same with the other races also.
yeah,
But anyway, now if a Black and a white guy get in a fight, you know what I'm saying, and the white guy might be getting the best of the Black guy. The Black guy might jump in to help his own boy.
hmm
So guess what a white guy gonna do? Jump in to help his own boy. So then it's whole racial rise start just like that.
Wow. Just
Talking about,
like that.
and then in a ride, man, these people trying to kill you, even though you ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah. Yeah. They trying to kill every person that's opposite their race that they can.
Yes, and will. So
Wow.
those type of things that I feared happened that was out of my control, and you always gotta be on alert.
Yeah.
You gotta be high alert at all times. You gotta be able to really sense the tension.
Who did you fear more? The prisoners or the guards?
The prisoners,
Okay.
but then I'm gonna say this: prison is a place where mentally you can't live in fear.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Number one, you there.
Yeah.
You go around these guys. And
Okay.
then they the same type of people that I was hanging around with in the streets anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So you knew how
You
to
know,
how to move with them.
yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't that I feared anybody or nothing like that, but it was like you just got to be cautious of the type of people you deal with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How you deal with it.
Yeah. So what? So is the mentality different for someone on a 5-year bid and someone on a 25-year bid, or is the mentality the same?
Nah, you know they on a short term leave.
Short-term rental.
Yeah. Excuse my French, but dudes say, man, oh man, you just got 5 years, you can do that on your D head.
Oh, yeah.
You football at McDonald's.
Yeah, you can stay in the restroom 5 years. Be up out this thing.
Yeah. Oh, but they in that same situation. They can get caught up in situations like that too.
Yeah,
You know,
that's my thing.
anytime.
Yeah.
Those be the ones they try to stay out. They try to stay out the way.
They be
You
in
know,
they sell like a mother.
they stand up on radio, right, baby. You know what I'm saying? Look, I got about a year. I'll be up for parole. They try to get life together outside.
Exactly. Put they pieces together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that, bro. I
So
get that.
if dudes that got a long stint to do, they trying to realize how they gonna survive for the next year or so in her.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, so let me ask you this, big dog. So uh and this is just something that I just assume people do when they go to prison. Did you ever say, let me try and rap? I mean, did writing rhymes ever appeal to you
Nah, man, I knew that wasn't my lane.
already?
I don't
Okay.
give. I like to hear dudes rap and stuff like that. It just wasn't my lane to do it.
Was the cats in there trying to rap?
Oh man, you had some guys that was nice. And matter of fact, there's a few of them that have got out and put out a few records.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You might have been in there with Zero. Man, and when I was in the music industry, Zero ass was locked up so much. I'm like, dog, you'd be nice if you wasn't locked up.
yeah. Dog was gonna be though.
Okay.
You got the dude. He just got out. He from Austin named Mister. He just put something out.
He was in there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, had you ever seen yeah, I thought my dog was trying to rap. I thought you had your pad full of rhymes and everything, man. I was like, hey man, so had you seen the movie Malcolm X when you went in?
Yeah.
So becoming a Muslim, that never appealed to you?
The actual movie haven't came out when I went in. I went in '96.
No, the movie came out in '92
With
with Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. No, I don't think I.
Oh, okay, okay. But being a Muslim, that not something you wanted to do?
Nah, but I read his book by
Okay.
Alex Haley,
Yeah.
biography.
Yep. 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 It changed my life when I read it, man. I started looking at people different, not just white people, but black people too. I just started looking at people a whole new light, man. It was something. It was nice. So uh so you wasn't rapping. You didn't like bean pies. So so let's take it here. Did you become more religious in there? I mean, did you read your
Yeah,
Bible more, pray more?
I became more spiritual.
Okay, yeah, more spiritual.
Yeah, because I realized that, man, when you in a situation where you know the control that you have is limited, your situation is totally out of your control because you ain't finna just walk out the door or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So
That brings another question. Did anybody try to break out?
oh yeah, you have people that try to do that all the time.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're only gonna make it so far.
Hey, big dog on that horse, only gonna let you get so far. Now, let me ask you this. So, you remember Life when they had the Uncle Tom ass brother? You know what I'm saying? I forgot his name, but he hated black people more than the white people hated black people. Did they have anybody like that? Like a black prisoner that wouldn't let y'all do shit for shit without telling the white man?
Not well, you got some Uncle Toms everywhere,
Yeah, yeah,
but I wouldn't say to that extent.
right.
But you got some that they'll try to, you know what I'm saying, snitch on other inmates and stuff like that to try to get favor with the laws and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, man. I know, cause I'm like, cause again, cause I didn't even think that nowadays they still have boys on horses with shotguns. I thought that was like in the old days, but if that's still going on, then I
Yeah.
just I just assumed okay, then maybe they got you know
But don't get me wrong, they got like say for instance, they got somebody like on the lead row. Like y'all in a line and stuff like this. So you got somebody on the lead row and stuff. And then he gonna have somebody that can fight
yeah.
and somebody that can keep other people in line in a sense.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Are they gonna be people that are biding their time to get out and they have holding that over their head, or are they gonna be lifers who just want to
Yeah.
be comfortable in there?
A lot of times it's people with a lot of time. A
Oh,
lot of time got a reputation.
okay. Yeah, yeah. So did you ever become one of those people?
I didn't. That wasn't never my thing to do nothing like that, man. I used to
Yeah,
always from a different perspective. Like, man, I'm not finna try to help them. You know what I'm saying? Suppress somebody worse than they already suppressed.
absolutely, absolutely,
If anything, I'm gonna try to talk to somebody and try to, you know what I'm saying, give them some enlightenment and encouragement.
for sure.
Take time to better themselves and you know to get themselves together.
Yeah, yeah. And that's where I wanted to go with this thing, man, because I can see that, and I always felt that with you. So let me ask you this, and this not even part of my script or nothing, but I know uh your brother, he did time, like, I guess, before you, and while and y'all sort of was in there at the same time. Did that But before you got caught up, did him being in there, did that have an effect on how you viewed the world and you know and everything around you?
In a sense, it did.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how tight me and my brother was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Seeing him, you seen me, vice versa. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
when he got locked up, it was like, man, they took my road dog from me. You know,
Yeah.
out here in these streets, excuse me, by myself now. So
Yeah.
got to become a bigger beast than what I was
Already. Already. Yeah. It sort of empowers you in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
because you know, I know my brother always had my back and whatnot. So now I know that I
And
ain't got.
nobody got your back. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I know my sister used to write him quite often, because they were tight. Uh, so when you went in, I mean, so did you have consistent letters coming in and people speaking positive positivity into you and stuff like that?
Yeah, I always had people like my sister, man. She was always there for me the
For
whole time.
sure. Yep. Yep.
You know, she kept me really like with a level head once I started getting all that anger and frustration about
Yeah. Yeah.
it. Like my baby, my baby was always there for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Off and on,
Yeah.
she'll come through.
Absolutely. And you needed that. Uh, because I've heard stories where people just don't know they gonna go off the deep end, and all of a sudden they get a letter, and it puts them back in the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
No, I just wondered about that, man. That's what's up. So you did get more religious. So how much time did you spend in the prison library? Is it like a big like school library, or is it a little
Oh
bitty?
yeah, it's like a school library. I spent quite, no, I read. I got big on like philosophy.
Okay, absolutely.
Because philosophy is like it's a way to think. You always think about what you think.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's the thing, and that's the thing with everything. It's not always what you do, but it's why you do what you do. And the way you think about what you do. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah, and that's why philo different philosophy and finding a philosophy that works for you, man, because there's a
yeah.
lot of different philosophies out there. Finding what works for you is the key. You know, and I think you found that.
Like one of the greatest sayings from philosopher name. He's really not a philosopher. He's more of an inspirational writer
Okay.
though. Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, I've heard him.
He said, "A man that does not have a grasp of a deep perspective of himself will find himself controlled by the negativity around him. And if a man can't control his own mind,
Hmm.
what else can he control?"
Nothing. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. You can't, and that's Napoleon Hill. That's
And that's
deep, bro.
that you have to be in prison. You're surrounded by negativity, but you can't
Hmm.
be consumed by it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Uh, I feel that because I still, wonder, that situation, man. You've got to be very, very strong minded, not to be consumed by it. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, out of 150 cats, only two or three of them was really positive at any given time. So that lets you know how tough it is right there. You know,
Because people use things to distract themselves from the reality that they face
absolutely,
instead of
absolutely.
that reality and becoming better from it.
Uh huh.
Sometimes prison gonna affect you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Some type of way, but you gotta be conscious of the way you allowing it to affect you.
Already.
And some
Already.
people allowing it to affect them subconsciously and don't know they becoming worse than what they was before they even came to prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they feel like they became smarter, got more game, tighten their game up, learn new game.
Yeah, and they go out and go right back in.
Yeah,
Ain't shit changed. You ain't that much smarter if you went right back in. Yeah, man. So at what point uh do you feel like your time started to change for the better? You know what I'm saying? Like now I'll give you a parallel, and it's not really a parallel because I'm on the outside, but this teaching, man, just teaching is like rough, but like after about 4 or 5 years, it gets smooth, and you figure your lane out, and how to navigate the kids and the administration. and you know you can ride into retirement pretty smoothly. So at what point, you know, in your time, did you feel like you was riding it out pretty smoothly?
I'm gonna say after about 10 years in,
Okay.
and I was involved with up to that time. I was still involved with little hustling in prison. Trying to make ends meet, trying to survive. Whatever.
Yep.
But I got moved to a different wing, and when I got there, it was this guy. He was watching me from across the room, from across the day room, and he didn't say anything to me for about 2 days. But like the second day, he came to me and said, "Man," he said, "You remember me?" Like, no. He said, "Man, your name such 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 such." He named the area that I stayed in and everything. But
Okay.
after 10 years, he looked like he was about like 24 or something.
Oh
24
wow.
oldest,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Damn, he probably too young, you know what I'm saying, for somebody that I really just hung around with out there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, but he called my street name and a lot of dudes that I was messing with. And then he said, "Man, you remember Samaje?" I was like, "Yeah, Samaje is my homeboy, little brother."
Okay.
And he was like, "Man, I'm a little dude that used to hang with Samaje." I'm like, "Oh." Like he's like, "Chico." I was like, "Damn, man, yeah." He said, "Man, I used to see you out there, man, or you were doing your thing."
Hmm.
He said, "You were doing your thing. You had little females around you. You didn't say that." He said, "Man, you got the hoes around you." Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Said you was little, but you was out there hanging around with the big niggas.
Yeah.
He said, and I used to watch that, man. I used to want to be like that, man.
Huh.
And then he said, I used to want to be like you.
Hmm.
And my pride, and ego, he kind of blew me up a little bit.
Okay.
Like, yeah, man, I left the impact out there. That's what I'm saying to myself. But
Yep.
when I was still that night and laid down, I was like, man, that ain't nothing to feel good about.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
because you probably influenced this dude in the wrong way and stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
The current situation. So
Mm.
what is feel good about that?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I was like, man, right. It's like I was having a whole conversation with myself. And it was like, man, and then I tried to justify it too. I was like, man, well, shit, everybody out there doing it wasn't just me. But it was like something just hit me. No, he said you.
Yeah.
He didn't say everybody else. He said you.
Yeah.
So with that you, that put a responsibility on me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? In
Yep.
my mind, responsibility on me. Outright says you had influence. Now what kind of influence can you give him?
Right.
How much
Exactly.
influence can you be?
Now, at that point, he was you. Y'all was in the same spot.
Yeah. But what can I say to him to give him a different perspective, give him a different way of looking at life?
So did you go to him with? Did you have another conversation with him?
The next day I went to him.
Okay.
Next day I talked to him, and I have never thought like this and up to this point.
Okay.
Really didn't know what to say to him the next day.
Yeah.
But when I seen him, I said, man, you got kids? He was like, yeah, man, got a little boy, got a little girl. And then I was like, uh, look at yourself and look at your son.
Yeah.
Would you want your son to be like you? And he was like, no, man, I want to be better than me. I want him to go to school. I want him to do this. I want him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so how can you ask that of him when you're not even asking that from yourself?
Look at you.
You're not even being in front of him then.
Yep.
Because how you gonna place those expectations on him but not place them on yourself? You want him to be something that you're not.
Yep.
If you want be something, you gotta be it first.
Mm-hmm.
I said, because you're gonna be his first hero. You're gonna be his first role model.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the person he look up to.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be the person he gonna want to be like. So you got
Absolutely.
how do you want him to be?
Okay.
And then your daughter. I said, now look, are you somebody you want your daughter to marry? No, I want no.
Hmm.
I said, well, you're gonna be the first person she fall in love with.
Right?
I said, so if she fall in love with somebody like you, then what?
Yeah. You
I
can't
said,
be
so
mad.
you gotta be try to become the man that you want your daughter to marry.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't even know where this came from. Cause like I
I'm
said,
trying to tell you.
I had never thought about this, but that was like, and and then he was like, man, you know, you're right. Ain't nobody ever talked to me like that. I ain't never heard nothing like that. You know, nobody brought it to me like that.
Yeah.
And then I said, man, now is the time to start trying to be the person that you need and that you be and that you need to be for your kids. He said,
Absolutely.
but now, man, I'm down here. He got caught up in a prison gang.
Really.
And I was talking to him when they were dropping out, you know what I'm saying, time for us to go eat and stuff in the lunch hour.
Yeah.
So he said that his homeboys had already got into it with this other gang. And when they go to the chow hall or whatnot, he don't know what's gonna happen.
Hmm.
And if I tell you that's the last time I seen him.
Wow.
Last time I seen him.
And you don't know what happened to him?
I don't know what happened to him, but he don't know he had a major impact on my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying at the time because he gave me a whole different way of looking at life. Then,
Yeah. Yeah. That
so
is
so that's when my time started changing for the better because I started seeing things in a whole totally different light. I
okay.
started seeing things as trying to be an example.
Yeah.
Even in prison, you can like in prison, right? You can set yourself apart from everybody else by not trying to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
Being different from everybody else. Just because you're in prison don't mean you got to do prison stuff.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just because y'all all got the same routine don't mean y'all have to all be the same, you know?
And then some people routine is different.
Yeah.
Some routine is drop out in the morning, go to the day room, play domino and stuff like that.
Okay.
Might be waking up in the morning, reading some inspirational, set my day on the right path.
Already.
You know?
Already. That makes sense, man. I'm glad you shared that, bro. I hope do you know how long that brother had? Did
And
y'all
he
ever
didn't have he had like a 3 to 5 year sentence or something like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
But like I said, he got caught up in a little old gang because he was the Hispanic.
Oh,
And
was he? Okay.
gotta give me something.
Yeah. Yeah. So talk to me, so I know you said uh it started getting better after about 10 years. So your first 10 years and your last 10 years. I mean, no, your first 10 and your last 15. So what was the difference? Just thinking about it.
And it was like, man, you know, I have to start living in prison like I would live if I was free.
Okay.
You know, it was certain things that I didn't want to do when I got out anymore. I didn't want to get high. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to
Uh,
smoke weed.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So stop this stuff right now.
Okay. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world.
I want to be conscious of uh how people view me,
Yeah.
and I don't want somebody to just be able to view me and stereotype me. So he ain't nothing but trouble.
Right, right.
So believe it or not, man, people can get an impression of you by your appearance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll stereotype you and got your whole personality down. They think
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
and you can pass by somebody speak to you don't speak back to them. They gonna, oh, he got an attitude. Woo,
Yeah.
woo, woo.
Yeah.
So you really had a negative impact on that person and not even realize you probably had something on your mind thinking about something when this person,
Uh-huh.
their impression of you is negative.
It's a negative one. Yep.
So I started being a whole lot more conscious of the impact that I have on people during the interactions.
Okay. Your last 15 years?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Anything else? Your last 15 years,
I finished college, went
wow.
to a faith-based doing and just
You got the Amber Alert too?
really,
I got it too. That's crazy how these iPhones are all wired together, man. So you said you got you get certifications or you get a degree or
yeah,
what was it?
got a
Oh,
degree.
that's
So,
what's up, man. That's what's up. So did you take on any leadership roles?
well, it was one while I was a facilitator of this class. It was a religious based class
Okay.
called it was a Christian discipleship class,
Okay.
and I facilitated that for like 3 years.
Good.
Three.
Good. You did you ever think about being a minister or a preacher, anything like that?
No, it didn't cross my mind to get to that level right there. I was really just doing it for personal growth and spiritual growth,
For sure. For sure.
self development.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's what's up, man. Well, you cause me and my boys was talking about this the other day. Like, like I believe in God, but I don't necessarily believe in the Bible or everything the Bible says. And
Yeah,
so, like every time, every step of the way that I've been in church and Bible study and all this,
you
I
grew up in.
I've been giving them preachers the blues, bro. I had so I had so many questions about the Bible, man, and what they say, and just over the years, and they try their best, man, but some way my questions just never got answered. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so that's what my question to you, man, is how did how did being spiritual, you know, affect you, in a positive way in that spot.
It give you a true sense of yourself.
Okay.
And it brings out the best in you. Not saying that all religions bring out the best in you, but you got to find something that bring out the best in you.
Already.
And I'm not gonna say I was just always full blown Christian in the Christianity like that, but I studied it a lot.
For sure.
And the aspect of Christianity that I always concentrated on was the love aspect of it.
Hmm. Absolutely.
The loveness and the forgiveness aspect of it.
Forgiveness. That's big. Yep.
And those are things that I took from it and tried to incorporate in my life. And
Okay.
that's my whole perspective, my whole outlook, my whole heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you when
Uh-huh.
you when you change your heart, your mind change.
Yep. Yep.
So and then when your mind change, our life is just our thoughts strung together into decisions.
Yeah.
So your life gonna change also.
Absolutely.
When you
Absolutely.
change the way you think, you're gonna change your whole life.
Yep. Yep. And you will change the life of others as well.
Yes.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Absolutely.
I believe we obligated to.
Obligated. Absolutely.
Like each one teach one.
Being, and you know what obligates us? Being humans. That
Yeah.
obligates us. You know what I'm saying?
And I look at it like this: the more you know, the more you owe.
Already. 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 That's a big one. That's a big one. You know what I'm saying? The more you know, the more you owe. Right there. Hey, so So you and man, like I'm I'm only 15 years in of my
Yeah.
teaching, right? So I got a whole another 15 years to go before I can retire. So it's like you retired already, man. Like when you was out 15 years or
Yeah.
you
But
had
look
10 years to go, like you
but
was
look where I retired from though.
I hear you.
Two different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, man. Yeah, brother. So my homegirl at work, she started HISD right out of 18, same as 18. So she retired early. She was like 50, 49, something like that when she was able to retire. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, what I was getting at is that when you was at year 15, you know, could you cause you had because it was still like 50 was 50 years on your brain or was
No,
get the
it was,
25 so you can get the parole
yeah.
that was on your mind, so you knew once you got there it was no denying you.
I wasn't for sure, but I just had faith.
Okay.
I just had faith that, man, that the right thing, that the people's gonna do the right thing, and that even if they didn't, then I would still have to continue on my path of becoming the best person that I can be,
Already.
best version,
Absolutely.
regardless.
So
Because
so you yeah,
yeah,
so if you didn't if they didn't approve you, like how often would your parole hearings come up? Like when was the
uh,
next one would have been?
it really depends. Like when they deny you parole, they call it a set off, and they can give you anywhere from a 1 to 5 year set off.
Oh hell. Yeah, that sounds like that's so arbitrary, man. That sounds like that's just up to whoever the hell it's up to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I'm glad it worked out. The way it did. So your parole hearing, how did you have to prepare for that, or did you?
And you gotta put your best foot forward, because you gotta realize that your life depends on it. Your life is on the line right here. So
Yeah.
just gotta be real with them. You gotta show them who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you're not just what they read on this paper. You more than that.
Okay.
And that on that paper, that probably wasn't the real you anyway. You were just, what I'm saying, caught up in some stuff and whatnot, man.
Yeah.
Living out a alter ego.
Something. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Uh, so you get to the parole hearing. Uh, do they let you speak, or are they just reading stuff off of paper about you, or how that works?
They give you opportunity to speak on your own path or whatnot.
So you had something prepared, or you spoke off the cuff?
Nah, I just really just spoke from the heart, man.
Okay. 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 So
From
how long did it take for them to make a decision?
it took a few months. Like,
Bullshit, man.
you don't even get to answer the same day, man.
It took, hey, y'all had 25 years to decide. Now you still need some months?
Man, I'm talking some money. Like I seen parole in March of 2021, and I didn't get my answer until May.
Oh, hell. I mean, I'm glad it was the right answer. They came to the right decision, conclusion, but god damn,
Yeah,
they gonna make you sweat, ain't they?
they're gonna make you sweat. They're gonna just draw you, string you along, man. Stretch out.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so then after you get your answer, how long do you get released?
Oh man, I was out really like a week later.
Okay, okay. So the day you got out, what was that like?
Oh man, it was like a whole. It's like, man, now life begins again.
Life begins again, brother. Absolutely.
Right when it's time.
Yeah, yeah. And so you were how old when you got out?
44.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know about you at 44, but me at 44, man, I felt sort of young. I didn't feel old. You
Oh
still
no,
got a lot of life, brother.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah, already. You know what I'm
I got
saying?
time.
Huh?
I gotta make it to retirement.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That so, you know, that's something that's awesome. It's not like, in life, them cats was 88, 89 when they got out that old. They was in there a long time, brother. So, once you got out, so okay, so that there I guess there's always the possibility that you can't cope or function, because you've been locked up for so long. Did you ever worry about that?
Nah.
A nigga said, "Nah, man, I'm good."
People are not gonna stop being people.
Okay, already.
So if you know how to interact with people, you know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
treat everybody like you want to be
uh-huh,
treated.
yeah.
You know, it ain't it ain't nothing to really be apprehensive about. But
Yeah,
even though I in the back of my mind, I know that I was gonna be looked upon by certain people. Oh, he been in prison, and they gonna be looking for those little traits like, damn, can he function? How have prison affected him, and
exactly, exactly.
stuff like that. So I was aware of it, but
Yeah, okay. And how long are you on parole?
for 25 years.
Oh, for the rest of the 50?
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. But so, I mean, so it's like, are they real picky? Like like if you litter on the ground, are they come trying to make?
Nah, man, they not, man.
Okay,
Only time they be picking with you if they know that you're not doing really what you're supposed to do.
okay,
Like if you keep employment and stuff like that,
yeah,
and don't get in dirty ways or nothing, man. They ain't gonna bother. They ain't looking for a reason to put you back in prison. They looking for a
cool.
reason to try to
Keep you out. Yeah, already.
get
Yeah,
out.
that's what's up, man. I mean, that's good. That's good, man. But because I was on probation before, so I know I had the worst thing about that is, I had to pay. I had to pay money every goddamn month. So
Yeah.
do you have to pay for being on parole?
Yeah. Probation is way more expensive than parole. Like
Okay.
might have to pay $160 a month or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Parole just pay $18 a month.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool, man. Good. Shit. Hey, man. Well, I think that this episode is gonna help a lot of people, bro. And
Yep.
I know for a fact, that you know when when in that thing, you were hurting, bro. And
Oh,
and so it wasn't the real you. You know what I'm saying?
it
And
would
yeah.
because the streets turn you to people to somebody that you really not.
Hmm.
Got to come to that conclusion that that's not who you really is.
Absolutely.
Because I know I wasn't raised like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I
Absolutely.
know
Hmm.
raised. I know what was expected of me
Yep.
and stuff like that. And I know the type of values that was instilled in me.
Right on.
But you get caught up in the streets, you go by a different value, different codes, and
Yeah.
a totally different mentality. But at some
Already.
point, like, you got to get back to your roots.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And you did that. And you are currently doing that, man. And I'm proud of you, bro. Proud of
Appreciate
you, man.
and you did something. You doing some great things, man. Big things, man.
Yes, sir. Uh
People
so
like for real.
yeah, yeah.
Your profession.
What'd you say, bro?
You making a big change in people's life through your profession.
Hey, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I try, man. These kids try me. But it's all good, bro. I love what I'm doing. And I'm also enjoying telling these stories from this podcast, bro. These
Yeah.
stories are really positive and impactful on people because they're telling me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know this is going to be another very positive and impactful show, bro. Uh, I'm Erik T. Jackson. This is Talking Shop. That's my boy, Cedric Boyd. We grew up together, and you know, we're gonna grow old together. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you too, man.
Yes, sir. One love.
One love.